Yo, this your boy, the real McCoy, coming at you, man. Talking about National Football League, man. We're talking about football, man. It's about 2.5, 3 weeks away. I'm pumped up. I'm excited, just like everybody else, just like you guys. Can't wait. September 10th, you know what I mean? Thursday night. Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots, Gillette Stadium, all that good stuff, man. And this particular video, I was going to do one long, big video, but now I want to break it down. And this is just my predictions for the 2015-2016 season, you know what I'm saying? And this particular, I was going to do AFC, NFC, but this particular video, I'm doing the AFC, you know what I mean? AFC North, East, Southwest, who I think is going to win each division, the wild card team, sleeper team, things like that. Why I'm picking each team to win that specific division, things, you know what I mean, like that. And then later on, in a couple of days, I'm going to do an NFC, Northeast, all the division winners, wild card, sleeper team, things like that. While I'm picking each team to win the division. And then I'm going to do another video as far as playoff Super Bowl prediction and award winners, MVP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Associated Press, Offensive Player, I mean, just the awards. And that's going to be the third installment, I guess. I was going to make it one long one, so now I go ahead and break it down. But this one is the AFC Conference, American Football Conference. And just saying who I think is going to win each division, why, and the two wild card teams, things like that. So let's jump right into it, man. We'll start off with the out on the left coast, out on the west coast, man. The AFC West, you know what I mean? Denver Broncos, San Diego Chargers, Kansas City Chiefs, Oakland Raiders. You know what I mean? Tough division, man. Tough. I mean, AFC and NFC West. You know what I mean? Out there on that left coast, you know, out on the west coast, man. Tough division, man. AFC West, tough division. I still think Peyton Manning got one more solid year in him. One more solid year in Peyton. And I think that's what's going to help the Broncos win their division. You know what I mean? They still got some talent around them. Demaryius Thomas signed a long-term deal. You know what I mean? Still got Keith Talib. They got Shane Ray out of Mizzou. You know what I mean? DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller. You know what I mean? So Peyton Manning. You know what I mean? The weapons are there. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about it. Weapons are there. I don't think Peyton Manning is going to have his prototypical 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. I think he's going to throw about, this is me, my opinion, I think he's going to throw about 25 touchdowns, 10 to 12 interceptions. I think he's going to, he's going to be horrible. He's still above average quarterback. I'd still rather have him than most other teams' quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying? But I think he's still good enough, Peyton Manning, to win that division. You know what I mean? I can see them winning about 11 games, 11-5, 10-6 in that area. Probably number 3, maybe number 4 seed, 3-4. But I see them winning the AFC West, winning the division. I think the Chiefs, I think the Raiders and the Chargers, I think they're going to beat each other up. I think not they're going to get ahead of myself, but the Chiefs and the Raiders, I think the Chiefs and the Chargers, they're going to be in the mix for a wild card. And I give my wild card predictions in a little bit, but I do think, you know, the Chiefs and the Chargers are going to compete for the wild card spot. But I think the Broncos are going to win the division. The Peyton Manning factor, you know what I mean? So I don't think he's going to throw 30 touchdowns. I think he's going to be about 25, 26. It's going to slip down a little bit, and I think he's going to retire after this year. Yeah, he won't be a 1 or 2 seed. He's definitely going to be, I think the Broncos are going to be playing wild card weekend. You know what I mean? They're going to be, I can give him maybe the 3 seed. I can give him the 3 seed. You know what I mean? But I don't have him in the 1 or 2. But I got the Broncos winning the AFC West. Chiefs and Chargers, solid team. 11-5 in that area, 10-6, 11-5. You know what I mean? So I got the Broncos winning the AFC West. Then you go to the AFC North. You got the 2 Ohio teams: Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals, Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers. I was kind of torn between the Steelers and the Bengals. But then I looked at the rosters, I was like, man, the Steelers offense is serious. Le'Veon Bell coming off the knee injury. I think he's suspended for 2 games, I think, something like that. But he's gonna come back healthy. Antonio Brown. They got Bryant at receiver. Big Ben doing his thing. They got Bud Dupree coming out of Kentucky, the rookie. Little undersized. I think they're gonna have him as a stand-up outside linebacker instead of playing the 5 technique with his hands in the dirt. Good fit. He's physical. He's definitely physical, man, which is a good fit for Pittsburgh. Their defense is gonna be solid as usual, but their offense is gonna be dangerous, man. It's gonna be potent, man. I mean, it's gonna be on display September 10th. If I'm not mistaken, he's gonna be suspended for the first 2 games. So Tom Brady gonna be suspended, and Le'Veon Bell, two of the better players in the NFL. So we won't see them on September 10th. But I still got the Steelers winning that game. Then when Le'Veon Bell comes back, their offense is gonna be serious. I've got the Steelers as the number 2 seed in the AFC. I can see them going like 12-4, 11-5 in that area. You know what I mean? Something like that. About 12-4, man. I got the number 2 seed, man. I definitely. They may even separate themselves from the AFC, but AFC North is tough. It's tough, man. But you know, the Browns, Johnny Manziel, they got a quarterback situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I can't trust the Browns. The Bengals are solid. I mean, I'm not a big Andy Dalton fan. He had that horrible performance on last season Thursday Night Football, where his quarterback rating was like negative, something like that. Like, it was horrible. Had like 10 passing yards the whole game. It was crazy. But I'm not a big Andy Dalton fan, but he's okay. He's okay, middle of the pack type of quarterback. But there's talent around him. You know what I mean? They got solid defense. AJ Green. We got Giovanni Bernard, Jeremy Hill in the backfield. You know what I mean? So they're solid. They're solid. Matter of fact, they were winning the division till week 17 against the Steelers when Le'Veon Bell got hurt in that game, and the Steelers beat them. They won the division. That's why I was kind of torn, but I think I'm gonna go with the Steelers win the division, and but no, the Bengals gonna make it tough. And you got, I just don't see the Ravens. The Ravens are always gonna be in the. I don't think they're gonna be in the mix for the division around like week 10, 11, 12. You get deep in the season, late November, December football. I don't see the Ravens going to be it, but I do think the Ravens are going to be in the mix for a wild card spot. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get my wild card prediction in a little bit, but they're going to be fighting with the Chiefs, Chargers, you know what I mean, and maybe some other teams from the AFC East, Jets, Buffalo, things like that. I mean, I don't know, but I think they're going to be in a fight for the wild card. You know what I mean? But I got the Steelers winning the AFC North, AFC East. You know what I mean? Tom Brady. That's big news. Not just AFC East division, but the NFL. That's big time news. Because if you take out Tom Brady out of the AFC East, that whole division is up for grabs now. It is completely up for grabs. You know what I mean? If you take out Tom Brady, Ryan Tannehill is the best quarterback in the AFC East. I mean that's what it is. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I live in Central Florida, but down south, Dade County. You know what I mean? The Miami Dolphins. He the best quarterback in the division. You look at what Geno Smith in the Jets. He got punched in the jaw. His jaw got broke. You know what I mean? Learn how to fight, boy. But anyway, he's out for a while. Even if he was starting, whoever, Ryan Fitzpatrick, whoever's starting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sold on a quarterback situation. You know what I mean? Same thing with Buffalo. They got Matt Castle, Tyrod Taylor from Virginia Tech. He was with the Ravens. E.J. Manuel, number 16th pick, with 2013-12. He was supposed to be the guy coming out of, I'm a Florida State fan, coming out of Florida State. I think right now he's like 3rd string on the depth chart. I do think he'll move up to 2nd, in my opinion, you know what I mean? But I'm not sold on a quarterback situation. From what I've seen from Jimmy Garoppolo in the preseason, I'm not big on it. So you got Ryan Tannehill. If you look at the Dolphins' schedule, it's like the Titans, Jaguars. The Dolphins, you look at the schedule, the first 6 or 7 weeks, they could be 4-2, maybe 5-1. You look at the Ryan Tannehill, Clay, Greg Jennings, Devontae Parker out of Louisville. They got Ndamukong Suh, Cameron Wake, Brent Grimes. The talent is there. He's all up. Because Tannehill, 1 week, he'll throw 300 yards. The next week, he'll throw 175, 2 picks. Like, what? So I do think he'll take that maturation. He'll grow and get better. But the first 4 weeks that Tom Brady is suspended, the Dolphins, I think they could go 4-0. You look at this. Look at the schedule. I believe it's like the Redskins, things like the Titans, Bills, and Jets. They could be 4-0. And the Patriots. You look at the Patriots schedule. You know what I mean? Steelers week 1, I think Buffalo. I think the Jaguars. They play. I'm a Cowboys fan. They play my Cowboys. They could be 0-4. Maybe. I don't know. 1-3, 2. They're not gonna be 4. No, they could be 0-4. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm leaning towards the Dolphins to win the AFC East, man. I just think with Ryan Tannehill and the talent that's around him, getting Sue, things like that, then the Bills and the Jets and the Patriots, the quarterbacks. I mean, you gotta look at it and I say you have to, but me, I'm looking at the Dolphins to win the AFC East, man. I got them winning the East. They're probably gonna be maybe a 4 seed, something like that. 3 or 4. I think they'll be a 4 seed. They might win 10 games, 9-7, 10-6, something like that. You know what I mean? I got them winning the East. I mean, because now is the time. If Tom Brady suspended 4 games, if you're the Dolphins or the Jets or the Bills, whoever, if you're going to win this division, this is now. The years, I mean, it's time is now. With Tom Brady been suspended for 4 games, you gotta jump on your opportunity. You gotta seize it. Seize the moment, man. You got to. He's out 4 games. Whoever's gonna be, I like the Dolphins personally in the AFC East. You gotta take advantage of the opportunity, man. Because when he comes back, there's gonna be 12 games left in the season. I don't see them going 12-0, especially when you look at their schedule. Oh man, some race car driver just died. But anyway, I don't see them going 12-0. Maybe 10-2, 9-3, something like that. I don't think that's gonna be the case. Maybe something like 7-5. Especially if they start off 0-4. Hey, you know what I mean? That's a hole they got. Do you putting pressure on yourself? You got to win every game. Do you lose Brandon Browner? You lose Darrelle Reeves, 2 of the probably top 7 cornerbacks in the NFL. That's gonna be hard to replace. Then they got Malcolm Butler, who could have been Super Bowl MVP. He made the big play on the interception off on Russell Wilson in the Super Bowl, and they should have been handing the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. But anyway, he's a starting corner now and things like that. So, I mean, it's gonna be hard to replace those 2 guys. But I got the Dolphins winning the AFC East. Then you look down the AFC South, it's got to be the Colts. I mean, it's the one division that you can basically say, okay, yeah, they're gonna win that division. You know what I mean? It's the Colts. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got the Colts winning that division, man. But there's some interesting storylines in AFC South with the Jaguars. I forgot the guy's name. The number 3 overall pick in the draft came out of Florida. Defensive end. He tore his ACL. He's out for the year. I'm wishing him the best. He comes back next year. But is Blake Bortles going to improve? Is there even enough talent around him? You know what I mean? Tennessee Titans. I'm assuming Mariota is the guy at quarterback. Marcus Mariota. Excuse me. The number 2 overall pick. I guess Zach Mettenberger is going to compete. Maybe he's going to be the starter more than likely. Is there enough talent around him to make some noise, fight for a wild card? They're not going to win the division. Then the Texans, they got the number 1 overall pick from last year, Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, you look at his potential and his talent. He has. I remember Mike Mayock said that he's one an NFL insider. You know, he does the draft like Todd McShay, Mel Kiper. Mike Mayock said Clowney has the potential. Depends on his work ethic. How bad does he want it? Potential to go down as the greatest defensive player ever. You know what I mean? I still get at Lawrence Taylor because last year in the preseason before Jadeveon Clowney got hurt, because the Texans, they run a 3-4 defense, a 3-4 defense. They had him standing up in space. Jadeveon Clowney is not an outside linebacker and playing in space. That's why I would get an edge to Lawrence Taylor. Jadeveon Clowney is a 5 technique, hands on the dirt, defensive end. Stout against the run, he has the strength to do that, and he can rush the passer. That's where he's at his best. It's the 5 technique. You know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna be with this, standing up outside linebacker trying to play in space. That's not kind of like what Vic Beasley coming out of Clemson this year, went to the Falcons, I believe. I think they've got him listed as outside linebacker. No, 5 technique. he's a 5 technique. Anyway, you got the monster J.J. Watt doing just a monster. Just J.J. Watt is in the league of his own. You know what I mean? Vince Wilfork coming over from the Patriots as a free agent, clogging up the middle of the line. Interesting storylines, but you got to give it to the Colts. The Colts, man. Andrew Luck, Frank Gore, to kind of help. Frank ain't go for no 1,800 yards, but maybe 1,000, 1,200. It takes some pressure off Luck. You know what I mean? They got some running game. They got Andre Johnson now, things like that. I mean, so T.Y. Hilton. That's who I've got as the #1 seed in the AFC. You know what I mean? Not to get ahead of myself, make any playoff or Super Bowl predictions, but that's who I got as the #1 seed in the AFC. I got Pittsburgh 2. The Broncos will probably be the 3 seed. And I got the Dolphins as the 4 seed. You know what I mean? As the 4 division winners. You know what I mean? I just think the Colts will probably be the one team that kind of run away with their division. 13-3, 12-4. And, you know, they're probably going to go undefeated in the division. You know what I mean? That's 6 wins right there. You know what I mean? So I don't think Andrew Luck has lost a division game since he's been in the league. I could be wrong. Maybe one. I don't think he lost a division game yet. But anyway, man, I don't see him losing this one either. Losing a division game this year either. You know what I mean? They're probably going to be at 13-3, #1 seed in the AFC, things like that. So that's what got me in the South. Now my 2 wild card teams, I was like, man, can Tom Brady come back and go 12-0? You know what I mean? And whatever Garoppolo starts off 4-0, would there be a quarterback controversy? I doubt it. But what if they start off 3-1? And Tom Brady goes out of the last 12 games, he wins 10. That's 13. I don't think so. I think that's going to be too big of a hole to dig out of. You know what I mean? Especially competing with the Dolphins, the Colts, the Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs. So I never want to count out Tom Brady. I'm not a big Tom Brady fan, but man, you got to respect greatness. You got to respect greatness. I don't want to count them out and say they're going to miss the playoffs, but I think this might be, well, since 09, when Tom Brady had that 08, 09, he had that knee injury, and they had Matt Castle. They still went 11-5. You know what I mean? So hey, I don't want to count them out, but I think this might be the year that the Dolphins win the division, and you know what I mean, some other teams end up being a wild card. So just hard to imagine Tom Brady not playing playoff football. It's just hard. And if it doesn't happen, he bring it on himself. I feel no sympathy for him. You know what I mean? But as a football fan, damn, no Tom Brady in the playoffs? That's incredible. It's hard to even fathom that. You know what I mean? Think about that. But that could happen. You know what I'm saying? So I got them missing out. You know what I mean? So my 2 wild card teams, I got the Cincinnati Bengals. They always right there in the mix every single year. They're probably going to lose the wild card game, but they're there. But if this could be a year where the Bengals slide and have a down year, this could be it. You know what I mean? But their defense is solid. Dalton he's solid. AJ Green, the running game. You know what I mean? I'll give them the nod because they've consistently been there over the last few years. No doubt. So I got the Bengals and I got the San Diego Chargers. I thought about Patriots. I thought about the Bills, the Jets. I don't like the Jets quarterback situation. Geno, whoever's. Don't like Buffalo's situation at quarterback. I thought maybe the Chiefs. You know what I mean? No touchdown from the wide receiver position last year, even though they did get Jeremy Maclin from the Eagles. I mean, see that much of an upgrade from Dwayne Bowe? A little bit. But I don't know if you're gonna. I don't know if Jeremy Maclin is a difference as far as them getting to the playoffs. You know what I mean? I like Jeremy Maclin, but he's gonna make a huge difference for them to get into the playoffs. The Raiders have improved. I think Derek Carr could have been a Rookie of the Year. He's gonna be solid. They got Amari Cooper now. You know what I mean? A solid wide receiver. I believe. I think number 4 overall pick. Khalil Mack. You know what I mean? Tough division. So I got the Bengals and the Chargers as the 2 wild card teams. I was thinking maybe Buffalo, just the quarterback. Percy Harvey, Sammy Watkins, Shady McCoy. Very good defense, man. Number 2 last year behind the Lions. I think they were either number 2 or number 3 in a lot of defensive categories last year. They were up there with the Lions and the Seahawks. You know what I mean? Just the quarterback situation. Now, that was Jim Schwartz. He was the defensive coordinator, but now they got Rex Ryan in there doing his thing. You know, he's going to light up the room. I mean, the guys play hard for Rex Ryan. He's a player's coach, no doubt. You know what I mean? So, but I just quarterback. So I didn't pick them Jets quarterbacks. So I couldn't pick them. I think the Raiders might be a year ahead of the curve. Maybe next year they might turn that corner and be dangerous. You know what I mean? That's why I went with the Chargers. You know, a solid running back, I believe, in not Todd Gurley, he went to the Rams. Melvin Gordon out of Wisconsin, solid back to kind of relieve some pressure off Phillip Rivers. You know what I mean? Keenan Allen, Antonio Gates, man, well on defense, things like that. I like Denzel Perryman out of the U. Out of Miami, middle linebacker. I like Denzel Perryman. He may just become the starter. He might beat out Manti Te'o. I mean, I don't think he's going to be a Mike. He might be a little on the side, so middle, maybe strong side, maybe weak side. But I like Denzel Perryman, man. Yes, sir, I like him. But I got the Chargers and the Bengals as a wild card. They could be 5 or 6 seed. I mean, they could change them out, whoever. But I got the Colts #1 seed winning the AFC South. I got the Steelers as a 2 seed. Now those two could switch, but I think because the Steelers are in a tougher division, I got the Steelers as a 2 seed winning the North. I got the Broncos as a 3 seed winning the West. I got the Dolphins as a 4 seed winning the East, and I got the Bengals and the Chargers as a 2 wild card team. And my AFC sleeper team, I've been talking about them a little bit, is the Raiders. I mean, I know the Raiders are over the last decade and a half. The Raiders been bad. It's been a bad franchise, man. But I think this, with Amari Cooper, with Derek Carr, they might have some stability now. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. It might be a year, maybe 2 years ahead of the curve. But they could be a dangerous team. You know what I mean? If the Chargers or the Chiefs or maybe even the Broncos. You know what I mean? Because, they got all these division games late in the year. If you know what I mean, you got to go into Oakland week 15 to try to win a wild card, or week 16 you got to play Oakland to win the division, and could be a tough place to play. That's my sleeper team in the AFC, the Oakland Raiders. You guys may disagree. Some may say the Jets, some may say the Bills, things like that. Some may say the Browns, because Johnny Manziel. I mean, there's a lot of Johnny Manziel fans out there. But anyway, that's my AFC predictions, man. I didn't make it too long. I got the Colts, you know what I mean, the Steelers, Broncos, Dolphins, Bengals, Chargers as the 2 wild card teams. A sleeper team, I got the Raiders. You know what I mean? I already said my seedings, but that's what I got for the AFC, man. In a few days, I'm gonna bring out the NFC side. Same thing, Let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I love talking football all day in the comment section. I love football. I'm excited just like everybody else, man. It's football season. Yes, sir. The best time of the year. Ain't nothing better. You know what I mean? But like, subscribe, man. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Agree, disagree. Am I off my rocker? You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think, man. This your boy, The Real McCoy, man. I'm excited, man. I'm out. Peace.